We've reached East Morton and we've found a really quirky bridge. The original bridge over the canal was built around 1790 and it fared the canal very well. And then several hundred years later, they decided that they needed to build the A59. The original bridge over the canal resulted in a big dip in the road and that just wasn't safe. So the best thing to do was build a second bridge over the top of the first. I think it looks great. The whole double bridge is listed as Grade 2 by Heritage England. Bridge numbers are going down. This is bridge number 160. And I'm the only one here to see it. What do you think, Charlie? Happy? She's on her hot water bottle. And in the middle of that field is the parish church of St. Peter. And apparently it's open every day. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's what looks like some farm buildings and some houses. Very little else. It's just so peaceful here. Charlie watching the world go by. Oh, that's a cute little pack of dogs. There are 4 types of swans found in the UK, and the most common by far are these. They're mute swans. During the Middle Ages, swans were considered to be a valuable commodity, and they were often traded. The owners of swans would place unique markings on the swan's bill to identify them. Each year the cygnets would be rounded up and marked in a ceremony known as swan upping. It's often said that all swans belong to the king, but actually that's not true. There are 2 companies that still own swans today, Vinters and Dyers. Nonetheless, any unmarked swans on the River Thames are the property of the monarchy, which accounts for around half of the Thames population. Although the king doesn't actually own the swans, he does have first refusal on any unmarked swans in the UK. A common myth about swans is that they will break your arm or leg with their wing. This is highly unlikely, as swans' bones are hollow to make them light enough to fly. Swans will charge you in an effort to protect their young, but that really isn't to hurt you, it's to drive you away. Swans live about 10 years. The oldest one in the UK was 15 years old. There's no doubt that this is the prettiest bit of the Leeds and Liverpool. We can get past, but it would be nice if that had been cleared a bit, maybe. There are 3 locks to go up to get to Barlick. I wasn't going to do them today because it's getting late, but a lovely lady called Jennifer said, "Are you doing the 3 locks today?" I said, "No, I'm not going to because it's getting late." And she said, "Oh, I'll help you. I've not moved my boat for a while and I'm missing doing locks." So we're going to actually get to Barlick today. There's Jennifer and there's her dog Teddy. They're cool. No, Skipton's Yorkshire. Oh, God, yeah. Don't be telling somebody from Skipton they're from Lancashire. Yeah. Love it. At the bottom of the locks, this would be my view. But I've decided, because I need shopping, I haven't got any milk, to go up the locks with the help of the lovely Jennifer and hope that there's a decent view when I get there. So we're going up the 3 Greenberfield Locks. Just opening the ground paddles a little way to make it a gentle ride up. This is Jennifer and Teddy going to get the windlass to open the gate paddles. I love the way Teddy helps, a bit like Charlie. When the Leeds-Liverpool Canal was originally built, there was a set of staircase locks here, but they used too much water, so this individual set of 3 locks was built instead. You can still see the armco of the original canal. How cool's that? Into the middle of the 3 locks. Lots of mason's marks on this lock. Sure why there were so many different people building it. There's a canal bridge in the middle of these people's garden, just behind the shed. So the canal used to come this way. Oh.
It's a sad thing because the cafe serves beautiful cakes and food. So after doing all these,
Is it a summer thing?
Yes. So I think it opens again at about
Easter.
Time, yeah. Does the best either vegan breakfast or normal breakfast. Oh, it's divine. Oh, yeah. Right, come on in. Oh, okay.
She is a really lovely lady. to the top lock. It does look pretty imposing. As you can see, Charlie's terrified. Gorgeous. Bit of a leaky lock gate, so I'm over the other side to keep away from it. See that water bubbling up there? That's from the ground panel that they're opening up there. Locks are a very sociable place to be. People often pop round for a natter. Welcome to the highest point on the Leeds-Liverpool Canal. We're at Greenberfield. We've got a services here with showers and toilets and Elsan and things. The showers aren't working, but hopefully they'll get fixed whilst I'm here. Now, I'm going to go and find somewhere to moor up. This is the long-term moorings, and just after it, apparently there's a little spot just for me. I hope, anyway. Charlie and I are off for an explore. We're going to go and see what the town of Barlick is like. Come on then, Charlie, let's go. Let's go see. Good girl. Come on. So, up these stairs from the canal. And we're going to go down this road to see what's here. Barnoldswick dates back to Anglo-Saxon times. It was listed in the Domesday Book as Barnoldswick. Wick meaning settlement, in particular a dairy farm. Locally, the town is known as Barlick. This is the war memorial, and it commemorates the residents of Barlick who were killed or missing during the First World War. There are 288 names. And it also has those that died in the Second World War. There's 59 names. That is a lot of people dead from one small town. Good Lord. And then around the bottom is the people lost in the Second World War. Wow. Well, Charlie. You all right, my little love? Should we go and see what else we can see? For hundreds of years, Barlick remained a small village. However, the arrival of the Leeds and Liverpool Canal, and then later the railway, spurred the development of the existing woolen industry, and it helped it to become a major cotton town. The engine of the last mill to be built in Barnoldswick, Bancroft Mill, has been preserved, and it's now open as a tourist attraction, and I'm hoping that we will get to have a little look round. From 1894 until 1974, Barlick formed an urban district within the administrative county of West Riding of Yorkshire. And then in 1974, it was transferred to Lancashire. I've met a few people from Barlick who still consider themselves to be from Yorkshire, and they're very unhappy about it. Since 1954, Barlick has been the home of S Stoves, one of the country's oldest standing stove manufacturers. They were so successful that they were able to claim that every single royal household in Europe owned one of their stoves. Even Florence Nightingale, Mrs. Beeton and Ernest Shackleton had one. Barnoldswick is also home to Silent Night Beds, the United Kingdom's largest manufacturer of beds and mattresses. Silent Night is mentioned in trade union history as having the longest ever strike from 1985 to 1987. Rolls-Royce plc is a large employer based in the town. It was originally Bankfield Shed, a cotton weaving mill that Rover used to produce a production version of Whittle's gas turbine, which was purchased by Rolls-Royce in 1943. The model number of many Rolls-Royce jet engines start with the initials RB, which stands for Rolls Barnoldswick. Went to a really good pub last night, so I thought I'd share it with you. This is McCullough's Irish Bar in Barnoldswick. Go on in. Go on in. I'll follow you, Charlie. Go on. Good girl. So, the bar is owned by a guy called Pete Barton. Pete started performing in bands at the age of 16, and over the years he's done some real amazing stuff. He was a mind bender, playing alongside Wayne Fontana, playing the drums with the Swinging Blue Jeans and Eric Haydock from the original Hollies. Pete played guitar with Lieutenant Pigeon alongside the original Steve Johnson. Whilst playing his main instrument, which is the bass guitar, Pete spent over 15 years performing as lead vocalist and bass player with John Steele and Dave Robery and Mick Gallagher from The Animals. Along the way, he's performed as bass player and lead vocalist with the Boomtown Rats with Roberts and Crow, Trevor Burton from The Move, Noel Redding, Steve Cropper, Chris Farlow, Zoot Money, Mick Green. It's unbelievable. This man is a total legend. He now runs Pete Barton Management, and he's an agent for new, upcoming, old, you name it, bands. And he's created in Barnoldswick an amazing venue for bands that he manages to come and perform. I don't know whether you can see that, but that is an original The Jam jacket. Good God. Indoor. This is so cool. Even the smoking area is gorgeous. Love it. So, if you're ever in Barlick, this is the place to come for a beer and to listen to some amazing music. What a gem to stumble across. If you've enjoyed this video, please tap the like button and leave a comment. It really does help the channel. Well, that's it for another week. See you next Sunday. It's wonderful. Excellent.